Prescott on the road this week. I-10 at Glen Rose.
All right, that's a 5-3A matchup, so let's check in there. Center Point at Bismarck. Center Point a big favorite, 31 that expected spread. Noah Central picks by 24 at home over Falk, and Jessieville by 30 at home over Horatio. In the 6-3A, Chuck, tell us about number 6 Rison at Drew Central.
Drew Central hasn't played in the past 2 weeks because of contact tracing related to COVID-19. Rison's going to one-up, and Rison hasn't played in 3 weeks. After contact tracing kept the Wildcats in quarantine. Hootens.com going number 6 Rising by 21 this week at Drew Central.
All right, also in the 6th, it's a Camden Harmony Grove, a 17-point favorite over Barton. Galloway by 24 at Lake Village. And here's Chuck to tell us about Smackover at number 4, McGee.
David, Smackover has had less than 19 players available for most of this season. As a result, Smackover's one win is its fewest since it won 1 game during the 2006 season. On the opposite side of the ledger, you've got McGee playing great defense, leading the entire state in scoring defense, just 5.2 points a game. This one looks like a mismatch. Hootens.com is going with number 4 McGee by 30 over Smackover.
That brings us to the 1-3A, where 9th-ranked Charleston is a 35-point pick at Lavaca. Cedarville favored by 17 at home over Lincoln. Hootens.com likes Greenland by 14 over Westport, and Hackett on the road by 21 at Mansfield. To the 2-3A, Melbourne a 21-point pick at Mountain View. East Poinsett County favored by 12 on Hootens.com at Riverview. In the 3-3A, number 3 Hoxie a 30-point pick at Walnut Ridge. Harrisburg a 17-point favorite at Palestine Wheatley. Osceola favored by 27 at Manila. Now to the 4-3A, number 5 Boonville at home, favored on Hootens.com by 21 against Perryville. Atkins a 28-point favorite at Mayflower. Hootens.com going with Baptist Prep by 29 over Two Rivers. And Paris to bounce back. The Eagles are 33-point favorites at Danville. And now to the Class 2A rankings on Hootens.com. Top-ranked Fordyce is the defending state champion and this year's winner of the 8AA. Number 2, Gurdon's only loss came week 1 to Class 3A's number 2 team, Prescott. Junction City stays at number 3. 4th-ranked Cohen plays in a key game this week, and we'll preview that one in a moment. 5th-ranked Desart tries to win back-to-back league titles. Devs remains at number 6, followed by Clarendon at 7, and Bigelow at number 8. Foreman and Hampton round out the top 10. Well, Chris, Hooten has a big ball game in the 5-2A. Number 4, Cohen, playing host to nemesis Magnet Cove.
David, Magnet Cove has won 4 straight in the series and by a wide margin, outscoring Cohen 125-34. Cohen was off last week after being the first AA team this season to score a meaningful touchdown on Gurdon's first-team defense. Hootens.com likes number 4 Cohen by 10 over Magnet Cove.
Now to the 6-2A, Hootens.com picked Carlisle by 28 against England. To the 8-2A, number 1 Fordyce goes to Bearden. Chris?
David, as we mentioned, Fordyce has secured its first conference title since 2016. It hammered Hampton 62-zip last week by holding the Bulldogs to minus 26 yards and 0 first downs. Hootens.com picks Fordyce by 42 at Bearden. Now to the 4AA, where number 8 Bigelow is traveling to Conway Christian. Chris, what do you think? Bigelow completes its sweep of the 4AA and its first undefeated regular season in school history. Hootens.com likes Bigelow by 35 at Conway Christian.
All right, Chris, also in the 4AA, pretty important game here. Mountainburg and Yellville Summit. The winner making the playoffs. Hootens.com picks Mountainburg by 8. We've also got Hector entertaining Quitman. David Quitman has already locked up the 3rd playoff seed with 4 conference wins. Senior wide receiver Aaron Mathis has caught passes for 860 yards, and senior linebacker Jet Seiler has stacked 127 tackles. Hootens.com likes Hector, however, by 2 over Quitman. All right, and the only other one to talk about, Johnson County Westside at Magazine. Hootens.com likes the Rattlers of Magazine by 42.
Okay, thanks a lot, David, Chuck, and Barry. What another great week of games lined up. And don't forget, all the scores will be continuously updated tonight on Hootens.com, the Hootens.com scoreboard powered by First Security Bank. And coming up next, more of the Hootens.com football report.
America is best when we stand united around the grill and the protein choice of Grill Pros. Beef. Yes, beef. The perfect foundation to handle any taste. Tangy and sweet, spicy and bold. Every flavor perfectly savored. Join your fellow Americans in delicious celebration. At United We Steak. Beef.com. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Train, gain, enhance, enrich. Train for a job, gain new skills, enhance your career, or enrich your future in one of Arkansas's 34 public colleges and universities. In addition to the private institutions, Arkansas is rich for opportunities, including scholarships, to help pay your way. The Universal College Scholarship Application Portal opens on October 1st. Apply today at scholarships.adhe.edu.
Hey, football fans, Colton's Steakhouse and Grill has something for everybody, like USDA choice steak, chicken, seafood, juicy half-pound burger, and delicious salad served with a basket of the best-tasting homemade yeast rolls around. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, open for lunch and dinner. Dine in or get it to go. It's Colton's Steakhouse and Grill. And don't forget to grab a Colton's gift card, the perfect gift for this holiday season. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill.
When it comes to healthcare, I want the best.
We all want the best. The best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find health care with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center. Hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Just like you.
Hello, Carl Lucky for Lucky's of Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits have changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the Order Now button. Well, guess what? At AutoBuyLucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At AutoBuyLucky.com, new or used, see all the pictures and equipment. Oh, yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at AutoBuyLucky.com.
And that'll do it for another Hootens.com football report. But remember, we've got great football content 24/7 on Hootens.com. If you go there now, you'll find a feature on the First Community Bank Scholar Athlete of the Week, quarterback Cole Keelan of the Harrison Goblins. For Barry Grooms, Chuck Livingston, Chad, and Chris Hooten, I'm David Wallace. We'll see you at the stadium.
Hey, deer hunters, how would you like to be the envy of the hunting club? If so, let Union Bank help you drive for 365. This is Randy Rawls of Union Bank, and I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 3.91% on a new or used ATV for this hunting season. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with an APR of 3.91%. See loan officer for details.
James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
Very pleasant. Good evening. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. I'm Jimmy Sledgedoff with Coach Bo Remy once again. Here we are in week 10 of the high school football season, final regular season of the game coming up tonight. But, Coach, let's go back and talk about the win over Hamburg last Friday night. It was a win. Sometimes it didn't look too pretty. Yeah, we start the game off with a fumble kickoff return, and, they were able to get the short field, go in and score, go up 7-0, and then we come back, have a really good kickoff return by the same guy, and we're able to go score, go up to tie it up 7-7, and they snap the ball over the punter's head, and we get a safety to make it 9-7, and then we get a field goal right before half to make it 12-7 at halftime. But, offensively, I thought that, we sputtered a little bit. There was times where we moved the football really well. Hamburg traditionally is really good on defense, and we knew that going in. They're very senior heavy on that side of the ball, and their safety number 22 who made plays everywhere. I thought that he was going into the game, we knew we had to account for him, and there was times we thought we had a chance to break a play, and he made open field tackles, and he's just a really good football player. But overall, you look at it. I thought we blocked him pretty well up front for the most part. And, we got to throw the football better. We got to catch the football better. And that's some things that we got to do to open up the run game more. But defensively, I thought we played well. We gave them a short field early in the game, and they got a touchdown, and they had another one late in the game. But that was something that was hard too, because all week we prepared for a team that was RPO, that was throwing the football, that the quarterback couldn't run. That's what we got ready for, and obviously their quarterback didn't play; he was quarantined, and they moved the athlete back there and did a lot of quarterback run stuff that we wasn't ready for, and we had to adjust throughout the game. And I thought, eventually we did that. The Lumberjacks get the win, and as you said, it was a different ball game than what we expected to see, with Hamburg running the football and their quarterback, who was their second string quarterback, the backup, but he came in and had a good night and ran the football well. He did, and we wasn't expecting that. We were, they have a 3-year starter, and he's a really good football player, but we felt really good about our plan. We were going to stop him from doing the RPO stuff and make him, hopefully run the football. And that did not scare us if he did run the football. And so our game plan was to allow quarterback runs, and then when they have a different quarterback who can run, it didn't work out very well for us. But like I said, our kids adjusted really well, and we were able to make some changes and contain him pretty good, and then get off the field.
I know you're going to hate me for this, but the injury bug bit us early in the season. How about now? What is the health of the Lumberjacks going into Week 10?
It's probably the toughest we've been in a while. The only one that we've missed the last 3 or 4 weeks is Riley, who's out for the year. Everybody else has been back, and we're it just seems like we can't get there for a little while. I guess weeks 5, 6, and 7. I thought we kind of started clicking a little bit offensively, and we kind of took a step back at Monticello in Week 8. In the pouring down rainstorm, and then last week I thought at times we looked really good on offense, and at times we didn't, and it comes from pre-snap penalties. It comes from bad snaps. It comes from, getting a big play like on the second drive. And I thought it was a bull crap call, but, we couldn't overcome it. We scored a touchdown and get a call back for a holding call. Tayshawn scores on about a 35, 40-yard run. Well, we score there, go up, 16-7. What happens then? The momentum's on our side. We're rolling on our offense, and instead of being a touchdown, we got, 1st and 20 now, because, we get a holding call that, and I know that stuff's going to happen, but it seems like it's been happening to us more so this year than it has in the past. And it's always a huge play that we get called back. And, that's something that, you don't want to lose the kids' aggression, because we thought it was a really good block. And, by watching film, it looked like a really good block. But, the officials are going to call what they call. We just got to be able to overcome it. And we've not been able to do that this year.
Stay tuned. We got more coming up here on the Coach's Corner. We'll talk about tonight's ball game with West Helena. The Cougars coming to town right after this timeout.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you and recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402 for dependable auto body repair work. Give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Again, it is Week 10, final game of the regular season for the Lumberjacks. And, Coach, I guess we ought to feel fortunate we're actually getting to play in Week 10.
Oh, no doubt. Who'd ever thought we'd make it this far? And this will be our 9th ball game. And, it's been a long year. You look at it, every week you've had to worry about whether you were going to play or not play. And the kids, practiced all week with really not knowing what was going to happen when Friday got here this week, Thursday. And, it's the same thing today. We really need Helena to show up tonight. We feel like they will. They, played, I think this will be their ninth ball game also. They're 0-8 right now. And, but you got to give them credit. You got to give their coaches credit. I think Corona probably hurt them more than anybody in our conference. They didn't have a junior high team. They didn't have a seventh grade team this year. And, their senior high team is real low on numbers. And they've kept competing. And that's happening. They come in, like you said, 0-8, looking for the first win. We remember this about 2 years ago when they came here, and Warren was pretty good. They didn't have a very good winning record, but they came in and put 50 points up on the board against the Lumberjacks. They put 60 up, but they were really good that year, too. They ended up making it to the quarterfinals. And, it's a whole different football team. That year they were senior heavy. They had, and our conference was really hard that year. You look at that year, you had Dumas, who was, Tim and Dumas ended up playing in the quarterfinals that night at Dumas. Later on in the playoffs, we lost Architect in the second round, and Helena and Dumas played, and then Dumas went on to the semifinals and almost beat Robinson. So, yeah, they're different. I'm not going to sit here and try to, like I told our kids, they're not offensive. They're struggling really bad. They're trying to run the spread, and when you don't have the numbers, it's kind of hard. But like I said earlier, this hats off to them for keep competing. And then defensively, they probably got the best football player you're going to see tonight. They got a defensive lineman that is 6'4", 335 pounds, who can run, and he makes about every tackle. And he's fun to watch on film. I don't think he's going to be very much fun to play against tonight, but he's probably the best D lineman I've seen since I've been here in 21 years. And how he's not got Division I scholarship offers, I don't know, but he's done it every week. When you start out, we follow Helena, so we get film on him every week. And at first of the year, you're watching, and you're like, man, who are they playing? And then week after week, he keeps doing it, and you'll call him out a lot tonight. He's number 54 or number 40, and it won't matter. He'll be all over the place, and it's going to be hard for us to block him. Hey, Taylor, we got more coming up here on the Coach's Corner. We'll return with Coach Embry after this timeout.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
The final game of the regular season coming up tonight. Playoffs start next week, and Coach, usually by this time we pretty well know where we're going, where we'll be at next Friday night. But with the COVID and the way things have gone this year, boy, the playoff picture it's going to be a mess trying to figure it out after tonight and tomorrow night across the state. Yeah, we won't know till Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. I think the practice don't come out play about 8:15, and nobody knows. Tonight we could go from anywhere from a 1 seed to a 4 seed to a 5 seed. If we win and Hamburg wins, we'll be a 1 seed. If we win by more than 7 and Hamburg wins, if we win and Dumas wins, then we'll be a 3 seed. If we win or if we lose, and it's just so many different scenarios. And Star City wins, and we have a coin toss. And so yeah, it's going to be a whole different. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we'll know a little bit more, especially what our seeding is. But as far as what's going to happen in the playoff bracket, it's going to depend on who's opting in, who's opting out. Right now,
I've heard, not officially, but heard that there's 3 teams who've opted out of 47 this year. There's 47 teams in 4A. There's been 3 schools who've opted out so far. So, that's still 44 teams that can go to the playoffs. And, that means that, the AAA will have a tough time tomorrow night, making a bracket out, or Saturday morning, because you got to 8 o'clock Saturday morning to opt out. Let's talk about the opt-out and explain that to our listeners a little bit. At the beginning of the year, the AAA announced that the team affected by the COVID could opt into the playoffs later on. Well, it's affected almost every team in the state, so everybody got a chance to opt in. The rule was that if any team in your classification missed a ball game because of COVID, every team had a chance to opt in the playoffs, and you have to, you have to opt out now. So right now, every team is in unless you email the AAA office and opt out. So your superintendent has to do that. And right now, there's only been 3 schools as of yesterday that opted out. So in 4A football. Now, I don't know about the other classifications, but in 4A, there's only been 3. So if that's the case, then, we're going to have 44, 43 teams who opt in the playoffs. And that means next week, nobody knows who in week 1. Now, if it does stay with over 32 teams, like right now, if it is over 32 teams that's in the playoffs, then the extra will be added. So, instead of being, my understanding is that the 6A and 7A is not going to be bothered because there's only 16 teams. There's 16 lines on their bracket. 5A and 2A will be the same, and that they'll end the week following the 6A, 7A, and then the 3A, 4A will be the final week. Of course, here in the 8 4A, we've already talked about Warren, Monticello, Dumas, and then those 4th and 5th seeds are kind of up for grabs as well. And then you can a team like Crossett, who hadn't had a chance to play many conference games, they're more likely going to opt in. Oh, no doubt. I think that the majority of our conference opt in. You look at Crossett, and there's a lot of scenarios tonight. Like I said earlier, when it goes by conference wins is number 1 seed, number 1 criteria. Number 2 is head to head, and then number 3 is average points, and that means average by all the conference games you played. So you can't go like you normally do, and you say, well, you got, like right now we have 38 points with our wins. Dumas has 45, and Monticello has 32. You can't do that because you got to average it by the games you played, conference games. Well, we've only played 4 conference games, where 6, they come out with 7.3. So if we're in a head-to-head, number 1, we beat them head-to-head, and number 2, our average points will be more than them too. So, if we're tied with Dumas tonight, after tonight, we'll feel good about it. Then you got Monticello, who's played 6 ball games, and so you divide it by, or they played 5, you divide that by 32. They got 6.2, points. So a lot of different scenarios. It's going to be, tonight, 10 o'clock, we'll know a little bit more, and hopefully at least we'll know 8 4A tonight. All right, well, that's a lot of different scenarios, and we're going to let the brains of AAA figure it out. They said now it's a bracket sometime on Saturday. Of course, the Lumberjacks are possibly a week off coming up next week. Yeah, we could. That's very, very likely, and we need that right now, honestly. We need to work on us a little bit. It's been a tough, last 6 or 7 weeks as far as, trying to get ready to play each game, trying to find a game plan to make, to get us ready to play that night. And so we went back a little bit this week and kind of went back to 2 days a little bit and just, worked on some stuff that we haven't had a chance to work on offensively, and hope it's going to show a little bit tonight. And if we can get next week off, then we can get better at it. And then hopefully in a couple of weeks that, it'd be like starting back over. All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. It's Warren and West Helena. The Cougars come to town. We'll have the broadcast for you here in just a few moments. For Coach Bo Embry, I'm Jimmy Sledge. Stay tuned. Lumberjack football is next.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring, and wishing them the best.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve you. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. now is the time to drive away in that vehicle you have always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robernautomotive.com.
Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. If you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust.
Very pleasant good evening and welcome to Lumberjack football. Well, we've set at week 10 and we know no more about the playoffs than we did at week 1. And it's going to be really interesting to the list. As Coach Hembry said, if you watched his, listened to his show, it'll be Saturday morning really before we know who an opponent might be. But as far as the playoffs for the Lumberjacks, it's fairly simple. We win by 8 and Hamburg wins. We are the top seed. A Dumas win and we are in third unless Monticello loses to DeWitt, which would give us second place. So it's going to be interesting as the West Helena Cougars come to town tonight, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our pregame right after this.
These are tremendous during the weekend blowout sale at Super Value Foods in Warren. This weekend through Sunday, find whole boneless pork loins $1.48 a pound. C&W pure cane sugar 10-pound bag just $3.98. Niagara water 24-pack $1.98. Boneless beef brisket $2.98 a pound. Country style ribs or pork steaks $1.48 a pound, and Lay's potato chips 7 to 8 ounce bag $1.98. You'll save huge when you shop the weekend blowout sale at Super Value Foods.
What's the best thing about your car? I mean, it's nice if it looks great and has plenty of power, but the best part is it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness. It's reliable transportation on the road to recovery. It's something to think about May 6th through the 12th as facilities across the country celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of our hometown.
This year, there's no need to go all over Arkansas to find your next vehicle. At Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been buying vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made was at Lucky's in Monticello.
Call, click, or come by today and find new roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big town selection and small town prices. 1215 Highway 425 North in Monticello, or online at autobuylucky.com.
Fall is here in Southeast Arkansas. That means back to school, football season, hunting season, and great loan rates at Union Bank. This is Trisha Wilkinson. If you're looking to get a car, truck, ATV, camper, tractor, or boat, I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with the annual percentage rate of 3.91. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with the APR of 3.91. See loan officer for details.
Welcome back to Lumberjack football as the Lumberjacks prepare to take on the West Helena Cougars. Give you an idea about Helena. They started the season when they started practice, the beginning of the season, they had 46 ball players. By mid-season, they had 26 ball players. Last week, they dressed out 19. So it's been a tough year for Helena and the Cougars, but they're still playing, and they have a stud along the offensive line and defensive line. He's known more for his ability on defense. Micaiah Armstrong, he is a 6'4", 335-pound senior. That's to say he is on Arkansas's radar, the Razorbacks, as well as Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and the University of Memphis, as he controls the defensive line, and is their leading tackler by a whole lot. They discuss him about how many tackles he makes. As someone that has saw him play a good bit and films on him told me this afternoon, he's one bad dude, and he stands out of the crowd for the Helena team. And we're getting ready to have the coin toss, and we'll kick it off here, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be back.
Martin Warren is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invited. We open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, for dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
We're back at Lumberjack Stadium, Jim Hurley Stadium. And West Helena, the Cougars won the opening coin toss, elected to defer, and they're going to defend the south goal, moving towards the north, which means the Lumberjacks will get the football to open this football game. For the Lumberjacks, as was pointed out earlier, probably healthier than they have been all season long. Only man out is Riley Cornish, your starting quarterback who started the year. Of course, he was lost for the season in the opening ball game and will be back next year, but he's the only man technically out tonight. On the offense for the Lumberjacks, Dakota Iman, a junior, starts at center. Jacob Duran, a senior, is one guard. Delfino Rivera, a sophomore, is the other guard. Connor McDermott, a junior, starts at right tackle, and at left tackle. You've got those got that sophomore offensive tackle, and he will probably be going against Armstrong most of the night. As Eudora has the football teed up. And deep for the Lumberjacks is Marshall, Johnson, and Jakari Lee. As we're about to get this one underway. Last game of the season for the Lumberjacks, as they will make the playoffs somewhere more than likely between the first and the third seed. Kicking off will be Walker, and we've got a whistle as this one's underway, and we've got offsides on the kickoff. The Lumberjacks will have Helena re-kick. They'll be re-kicking from their 35, and that kick didn't go very far to begin with, so you really wonder. Lumberjacks should get great field position to start this. And Walker has it teed up. Trying to decide where he's going.
He got to decide where he wants to spot the football and where to kick it from. Glad you're with us tonight here on KWRF. I'm Jimmy Sledge, David King. And we've been taking care of some technical difficulties over on KGPQ, our sister station. But they try the onside kick, and Warren's going to fall on it at the Helena 47-yard line, and that's where the Lumberjacks will have it 1st and 10. It goes 12 yards, so it's a legal kick.
Well, it was a legal kick once the Lumberjack touched it. Yeah. But now we're going to get to see that big defensive lineman that everybody's talking about, Jimmy. They talk about his best play is in the first half because, and I counted up, Helena has only 19 players suited out tonight.
No, he wears number 54 tonight, and we'll watch him. He plays there on the defensive line. Maddox Lassiter out of the shotgun. Warren's going to have motion as Marshall took off a little early. He comes around the corner. He's inside 50. The 40 down to the 35. It's going to be all for naught as he's going to be down to the 32-yard line. But there was a Embry talked about on our pregame show behind the sticks, and that's not a good deal.
No, never a good deal. We had a stat. It was provided for Coach Embry that when they did not have to start behind the sticks with the penalty at the time, but boy, it went down drastically after that.
If they start behind the sticks, yeah. So mark off the 5-yard penalty against the Lumberjacks. Mark it back to the Warren 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 now as Traylon Marshall lines up on the right side of Lassiter. Trip receivers come wide right. Warren wanting to throw. Looking out in the flat. Going to overthrow Jakari Lee out here in the flat as Lassiter just led him a little too hard and a little too high. Want to look at 2nd down and 15 now from their own 47-yard line. For those of you wanting to try to listen to the Star City and Crossett game, you can listen to KXSA 103.1 tonight. We had to switch it over to there due to some technical difficulties at the station. It's not on 99.9, so I hope we'll pass that word along. 2nd thing, the handoff to Marshall on an end around. He's going to carry it over the 50-yard line. He'll get it back just beyond the original line of scrimmage. And
give him 6.
Yeah, and mark it at the 48-yard line. How about to get him? It goes to the 3rd and 10. So again,
3rd and 10, gain of 5.
Ball will be on the right hash mark, and the Lumberjacks will look at 3rd down long.
We talked about the offensive line earlier. You got Lassiter and Marshall in the backfield. Lassiter, your quarterback, wanting to throw, and a linebacker comes uncontested for the sack. That's Matson, and Warren will lose, looks like about 9 yards on that play, and will be forced to punt it away. Not quite the start you wanted against an 0-8 team, but it's the start you got. Hemphill comes on the football field to punt it away. As Dawson Harton will snap it. Gets it there. Hemphill, nice punt away from the return man. Doesn't get much of a Lumberjack bounce. It'll go out of bounds about the 27-yard line, and that is where Helena will take over the football for their first possession. 10-12 remaining in the first quarter. Be Helena's first possession. Warren with a 3-and-out. And Helena runs the spread. There's the snap, the fumble, loose ball, and they're just going to have to eat that one. It looks like the quarterback is number 12, Zamarian Spencer, and he is a sophomore.
Start with second down behind the chains and a loss on the play of 3. Second down and 13 now for the Cougars. Ball on the right hash mark. They'll run twin receivers wide right. Little play action, rolling to his left. Going to throw complete out here. It's going to be out over the 25. Hanging on. They'll carry out to the 30-yard line as Jakari Lee hanging on to make the tackle. As that was Ahmad Walker on the catch and the run. It'll be good for about 6 yards. It'll be third down and 7 from the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. So 3rd and 7, and Helena's going to go empty backfield. We'll go 5 wide on 3rd down and 7. Warren will rush 4. Quarterback, wide receiver, bubble screen. Warren's got it played perfectly. He breaks a tackle at the 30, 35. Going to be out to the 37-yard line. Warren had him hemmed up. It just didn't bring him down.
Just didn't bring him down. Did not make the tackle when they needed to, but boy, you've seen some explosiveness, and had he got by one man, he was gone.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. On 1st down, quarterback draw. Warren got him stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that gain tackling there, and he's not going anywhere. As the quarterback is, who did we say it was?
Spencer, number 12.
Zamaron Spencer. Give him a gain of a half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and a long 9. As Helena playing with nothing to lose tonight.
No, they're
0-8. They can play all out here tonight. On 2nd and 9, Spencer wanting to throw, looking deep, has a man open near the 1st down marker out at the 48-yard line of Warren. He'll be there, and it will be another 1st down. And that's Spencer, or make that number 3 again. That's Walker on the catch. So move the chains, another 1st down for the Cougars. And they'll have it out at their own 48.5-yard line. Ball stays on the right hash mark. Trip receivers come wide left. Spencer again out of the shotgun. One back beside him on the left side. Going to play action. Spencer's going to keep it himself. Breaks the tackle across midfield to the 45-yard line of Warren.
The pass rush was there.
Yeah. Just not wrapping up when they get a chance to make the tackle. Looked like that was Hunter White that had a hand on him. It couldn't bring him down. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 now for the Cougars at the Lumberjack 45-yard line. Just joined us. We are scoreless. Warren went 3 and out on their first possession. There's a handoff to the right side. It's going to carry inside the 45 down to almost the 44. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 now for West Helena.
That was Smith on the carry. He's the running back there.
3rd down and 2 for the Cougars.
He is a freshman.
Right.
Smith is.
And Smith will line up beside Spencer in the backfield on 3rd down and 2. Twin receivers on either side. Spencer calling for the snap. Gets it. Play action. Wanting to throw. Folks complete out here. This time Warren going to make a great open field tackle back at the 49-yard line. They finally bring him down. That was Jakari Lee who came up, and then
they held on for dear life.
Stone Gorman finally came up and they finished it off, and that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 49-yard line. So a loss of 7. And bring up 4th down and long, and they're not going to punt. They're going to line up to go for it.
Line up and go. What do you got to lose?
4th down and 7 at the Lumberjack 49-yard line. Warren's going to jump off sides.
Warren jumps off sides.
Looks like Weston Embry there getting a little anxious on that defensive end side and got into the neutral zone. So we'll give them back the 5-yard loss and make it 4th down and a long 2 now for the Cougars. Spot it down at the Lumberjack 43.5-yard line. Trip receivers go wide right. Spencer, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, play action, keeps it himself, has the first down. A penalty flag comes in the backfield as Spencer picks up the first down. Xander Hemphill finally made the tackle down at the 37-yard line.
Holding on the offense.
So we'll back them up 10 from the spot of the foul, and it's going to make it 4th down about 10. See what they mark it. They may send the punting unit on now. See some bodies exchanging.
Yeah, some major substitutions. Well, as major as you can have when you got 6 on the 7.
Yep, 4th and 10. They will send the punting unit on. Warren will send Jakari Lee back deep. He'll await the punt back at about his own 15-yard line. A good snap, a little pressure. He gets off an end-over-end kick. Lee lets it hit the ground, picks it up. Jakari at the 15, back to the 20, up the near sideline, cuts back inside,
Loses
fumbles
football.
a football at the 36 and falls on it himself. Jakari Lee, a 20-yard return, and following the fumble, the Lumberjacks will have it for their second possession of the night at their own 36-yard line. 5:26 to play here in the opening quarter. We have no score. Warren and West Helena. Of course, all our eyes will be on the Dumas and Hamburg game tonight. See how that ball game comes out. If Hamburg would have win and Warren get a win, Warren would be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. Lassiter on first down. Leaves it with Traylon Marshall on the jet sweep to the left. He's across the 40, 45, at the 40 of West Helena. He's going to go all the way at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
But we've got a flag.
Back up at midfield. Warren, David, on that play, the guards pull, both guards pull. They come out to block. But somebody grabbed a hold of a jersey.
So back it up 10 yards and we'll replay it.
The flag is right at midfield, the 49. So they back it up back to the 39-yard line. It'll remain first down. Not too many times do you get positive yardage out of a penalty, but it'll be 1st and 7.
He did that time. 1st and 7.
So that tells you the holding call came way down the field. It was 15 yards from the line of scrimmage almost.
More than likely where it didn't really matter if he touched the man or not.
1st and 7 for the Lumberjacks, looking for their first down of the night.
Calvert checks into the ball game at running back. Had to give
Marshall a breather. Lassiter puts Jakari Lee in motion. Going to hand it off. Calvert right up the middle. He's across midfield into Cougar territory. Makes the man miss at the 40. He's at the 30. Cuts back at the 20 and going to be finally pushed out of bounds inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Cedric Calvert, his first carry of the night, puts the Lumberjack down inside the red zone at the 18.
A 43-yard pickup for Calvert.
So the Lumberjacks will have it 1st and 10 at the Cougar 18-yard line. Warren quickly back to the line of scrimmage. I said trip receivers wide left. One comes wide to the right. That's Payne, split wide right. Lassiter wanting to throw, throws the inside bubble screen to Reap, and he's going to be in and out of his hands at the 10-yard line. Jet Reap couldn't hold on. It was a perfectly thrown ball.
Looked like a well-thrown football, just couldn't hold on to it.
So Warren look at 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 4:40 left to go in the first quarter. We have no score. Warren and Helena playing here tonight, final game of the regular season. Warren trying to extend into the playoffs, postseason play, starting sometime next week. Marshall in motion. He gets the handoff on the jet sweep, cuts it back inside. Not much there. He'll carry down to the 17. It's only a gain of 1 for Traylon Marshall. And the Lumberjacks will look at 2nd down and 9, right, 3rd down and 9.
Same play he ran the distance for that was called back on the hole just wasn't there that time.
They had to cut it up inside.
Yeah.
Never got to the edge on the corner. All right, Jared Payne come wide to the right. Peyton Bird splits wide left. Marshall in the backfield. The tight end is going to be Reap. Lassiter wanting to throw. Quick out route complete. That's to Jakari Lee. Carries it to the 10. Inside the 10. He's bumped out of bounds. Down about the 7-yard line. Warm another first down to be first and goal to go at the 7-yard line for the Lumberjacks here with 3:54 to play in the opening quarter. Caleb Barnes checking into the ballgame now as a receiver for the Lumberjacks. As go in, looks like Jakari Lee checked out. Got Marshall in the backfield. Last looks over defense, leaves it with Marshall. Marshall's caught from behind and thrown for a loss back at the 12-yard line. And shoot through untouched was Ahmad Walker. And David, nobody touched him.
Nobody. And Walker, he just blew that thing up.
The loss is all the way back to the 11.5. We'll call it the 12-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 12 now for Warren. Barnes comes out. Jakari Lee checks back in at wide receiver. Cougars putting 7 in the box. They're going to hand it off again. This time that's Marshall. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. That's
Johnson.
Tayshawn Johnson. Same play. They've been running with Marshall to the left. They run Tayshawn Johnson to the right. And he goes in from 12 yards out. The Lumberjacks go up 6-0 here with 3:15 left to play in the opening quarter. We'll get set to attempt the extra. And coming on to attempt the extra point, Jesse DeLeon out of the hole to play Barnes. Barnes says it's ready. A good snap. It's down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. 7-0. Lumberjacks lead it. 3:15 to play first quarter. We're back in just a moment.
Gains are tremendous during the weekend blowout sale at Super Value Foods in Warren. This weekend through Sunday, find whole boneless pork loins $1.48 a pound. C&W pure cane sugar, 10-pound bag, just $3.98. Niagara Walk, 20 pounds, $98. Boneless beef brisket, $2.98 a pound. Country-style ribs or pork steaks, $1.48 a pound. And Lay's potato chips, 7 to 8 ounce bag, $1.98. You'll save huge when you shop the weekend blowout sale at Super Value Foods.
It looks great and has plenty of power, but the best part is it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness. It's reliable transportation on the road to recovery. Something to think about May 6th through the 12th as facilities across the country celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of our hometown.
DeLeon kicks it off. Return man, let's hit the ground. That's Cole. It's at the 5. He finally picks it up. He's going to be brought out at the 5-yard line, Dad. I think he was going to go to the end.
He did, and it just circled around. That was Peyton Bird doing a great job on the special team, getting down there, making an open field tackle, and boy, it's telling us backed up. Warren scoring drive, 5 plays, 64 yards, 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Lumberjacks stay in their 4-man front defensively. 7-0. Warren on top. 3:10 left to play here in the first quarter. From the shadow of their own goalpost, Spencer out of the shotgun from a yard deep in the end zone, hands it off right side to the freshman. He's over the 5, out close to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of almost 6 on the play as Braylon Harvey on the carry. How about a gain of 5? We'll call it second down and 5 for Cougars. Hey, don't forget our YMCA radio auction is coming up tomorrow. Start at 9 o'clock. Help us raise money for the YMCA if you'll join us. Numbers are posted on the YMCA Facebook page and got a lot of good items to auction off tomorrow. Spencer wanted to throw. Now he's going to keep it himself. A flag comes in as he'll carry it out over the 15. The ball comes loose. It's going to be blown dead out at the 17-yard line. But there is a flag back at the 7.
Coming back, it's a hold.
And, holding the call against the Cougars. The play would have resulted in a first down. Warren will take the penalty, and they'll mark it half the distance to the goal from about the 8-yard line. So Cougars should have it back at 4 and about 10. 2:28 left to go first quarter, 7-0. Lumberjacks on top of West Helena here this evening. Final home game of the regular season. Warren's got a good crowd that turned out tonight. On 2nd and 10, Spencer from his own end zone, wanting to throw, wanting to go deep down the right sideline, throws it up. It's going to be incomplete. A flag's going to come in for pass interference against Lumberjacks. They're going to nab Jalen Lee for the penalty. And they may have got a little pushing and shoving going on down that right sideline, but the officials had a better view of it than we did. They could throw the flag.
Looked to me not as much for the pushing and the shoving as they kind of got their legs tangled up. If you notice, the receiver stumbled some. I think that's what the flag came out for.
It'll be an automatic first down, mark it all the way out to the 19-yard line following the penalty, and the Cougars maintain possession with 15 to play in the open quarter. Warren leading 7-0. 1st and 10, West Helena. Trip receivers come wide left. Spencer hands off to the freshman again. Up the middle, he's out over the 20, out to the 24-yard line. He'll gain 5 on first down, and the Cougars will look at 2nd and 5 from their own 24-yard line. Jet Reaping on the stop for the Lumberjacks.
Along with Maddox Laster.
Yep. West Helena running the spread. Trip receivers again come wide to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Spencer wanting to throw. Straight drop, pressure coming up the middle. He fires, going to overthrow his intended receiver. That was Walker again. He's his favorite receiver so far in the ball game. But Warren had some pressure coming up the middle, David.
Hunter White, and it looks like Maddox Laster. Laster and White put the pressure on, and he just unloaded that football. Brings up third.
Okay. 3rd and 5. Now for the Cougars from their own 24-yard line. Clock stopped with 1:41 to go, opening quarter. Spencer wanting to throw on 3rd down. Steps up, goes deep down the middle of the field. It's complete at the 30-45. He'll fall backwards down at the 41-yard line. That was Jared Payne with the coverage, and David. The receiver just got behind him. That's number 13. That is, they mark him at the 42, so it'll be 1st and 10 Cougars in Lumberjack territory. The 42-yard line. Warren leading 7-0. Spencer again out of the gun. This time, hands off to the freshman. He's hit behind the line. He's back line of scrimmage. Coming across to blow it up for the Lumberjacks. Trying to get a number on that. That is Lassiter. Lassiter's the one that turned it inside. And a couple of other Lumberjacks finished it off. So it's a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd down 11. Ball spotted at the Lumberjack 43-yard line. No huddle for West Helena. They'll send twin receivers on either side this time. Spencer on 2nd and 11. Pressure coming from the outside. He'll tuck it and run. He gets it across the 40. Stiff arms a man. Gets it to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3. Make it 7 on the play.
7-yard pickup. Peyton Bird on the tackle over there.
The Cougars are now looking at 3rd down and 3 from the Lumberjack 35-yard line.
Have you ever noticed Helena plays their best football against us?
They have. Coach Ember talked to it a couple years ago when they came here and put 60 up on the Lumberjacks. 3rd down and a long 3. Empty backfield for Spencer, the quarterback. He'll look it over the defense, and now they'll change the play with 2.5 seconds remaining. Helena calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Warren leading 7-0. Our friends at American Sheep Corporation have been proud sponsors of Lumberjack football for several years now, and they are the best in the business. If you're in the trucking business, logging business, heavy equipment operator, you need to know about American Shifty Corporation because they fix big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches. They can do all types of work. They have a 1-year warranty on all their work, no questions asked. The number to call is 1-800-444-5977, or you can call Michael Adair at 820-2028. And he'll come to your shop or in the woods, wherever you're broke down. But again, they've been fixing more big truck transmissions than anybody else. They've been doing it for almost 50 years now, and they are the best in the business to get you back on the road, back in the woods, and back on the job quicker than anybody else. That's American Shifty Corporation. Just give them a call. Proud sponsor of Lumberjack football again this season. Well, Helena called the timeout with 2.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Looking at 3rd down and 3 from the Lumberjack 35-yard line. Warren leading 7-0. Cougars will go empty backfield, 5 wide. Spencer, the quarterback, takes the snap, wanted to throw, pumps, now fires, ball batted down to line of scrimmage. Reap, I think, got a hand on it and knocked it down there at the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up 4th down and 3. And that's the end of the first quarter. 7-0. We'll spin to the field, come back with the second 12 minutes of football here from Lumberjack Stadium to this time.
No need to go all over Arkansas to find your next vehicle. At Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been in vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made was at Lucky's in Monticello.
Call, click, or come by today and find new roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big town select and small by
Southeast Arkansas. That means back to school, football season, hunting season, and great loan rates. This is Trisha Wilkinson. If you're looking to get a car, truck, ATV, camper, tractor, or boat, I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 226-235 at Let Union Bank 5. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Finance with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65%, APR of 3.91. See long.
Tackle flags
on. Holding on the offense, it will be
on 4th down and 3, and the Lumberjacks will get the football back at their own 35-yard line. That's where Warren will have it, 1st and 10.
First quarter, Lumberjacks 58 yards total offense. West Helena 73 yards total offense.
They moved it. Just once across midfield,
Yeah.
they sputtered.
They sputter.
All right, now they mark it. Maddox Lasser, your quarterback. That's Traylon Mark. Jakari Lee here on the near side. Looks like Payne or Johnson, one split wide right. Handoff's going to go to Marshall. Marshall caught in the backfield, going to be thrown for a loss all the way back at the 33-yard line. And I tell you what, David, West Helena, they've gotten some penetration up front, and those guys have been coming all night long so far.
They are coming and coming hard.
The loss is going to be all the way back to the 28-yard line. So loss of 4, make it 6 on the play. 2nd down and 16 now for the Lumberjacks. Here we go, starting behind the chains on a drive. 2nd and 16. Lassiter out of the shotgun. Ball on the left hash mark. Bobbles the snap, and he'll fall on. Going to be another loss on the play, back inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. So that'll be another loss of 5 on the play, and Warren's going to be looking at 3rd down and 21. And we players shaking up for the Lumberjacks. I believe it may be Lassiter.
I think it's Lassiter going back after that football.
No scoreboard show tonight. Randy Rainwater, Barry Grooms will run down all the scores Friday night. About half the teams across the state in the 4A conferences playing tonight. I know the 8 4A's playing tonight, the 7 4A's playing tonight, and there's a couple of others, but tonight and Arkansas Activity Association will announce the brackets on Saturday.
Then the fun begins.
Yeah. They'll announce the brackets on Saturday morning. We'll see where everybody's going. That'll be on Saturday. Warren looking at 3rd down and long. Need to get all the way out to the 43-yard line for a 1st down. Ball back at the 24.
Motion.
Bird had checked in at quarterback and motion against Warren, so we'll back him up 5 more yards. Lassiter walked off the field under his own power, David. You know, as a freshman, he broke his arm. First play of the game as a ninth grader. Missed the entire ninth grade season.
Warren penalized so far 5 times for 35 yards.
He was favoring that arm when he came off the field just a moment ago. They won it down and 25. Bird again out of the gun. Gets across the 20, out to the 21-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 2. Warren will look at 4th down and long. We'll send Xander Hemphill and the punting unit on for the Lumberjacks. Warren leads at 7-0. 10-14 left to play here in the first quarter. And David, with a team that's 0-8 coming in here tonight, my hat's off to those young men. They haven't given up on the season.
Not at all.
And the coaching staff for the Cougars. My hat's off to them as well. Hemphill awaits the snap, gets a good one, a little pressure. He gets a high end-over-end kick. They'll let it hit. Going to take a short Warren roll and then back up the field for a Cougar roll at the 46-yard line. As Warren will down it, make it the 47. And that's where West Helena will start 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. So they get great field position. And they've been able to move the ball 30 to 40 yards.
Yes.
And then they start stumbling. So here they have a short field to work with. We'll see if they can put some points on the board. Lumberjack defense has kept them out the last 2 times. So we'll see how things go on this possession for the Cougars. 1st and 10. Spencer out of the shotgun. Twin receivers either side. Wants to throw. Looking left. Now throwing back right. A screen underneath. It's complete. And Warren going to snuff it out. Maddox has to check back into the ball game. He makes the tackle after a short 2-yard gain out to the 49-yard line. They did want Cougars. Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line. They stay in the spread. Twin receivers go to either side. Move to the pistol formation in the backfield. Bobble to snap, and the tailback has to just fall on it. That's Londre Smith who falls on it, the freshman. Is that right? Or is that
It's Smith.
Okay. Falls on it back at the 46. Be a loss of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 11 now for the Cougars. So the team's really burned it up here in the first half.
Offensively, this ball game has been lacking.
7-0. Warren leads. 3rd and 11 for the Cougars. Spencer straight drop. Steps up in the pocket. Going to be sacked back at the 42-yard line.
Jet Reap.
Pocket collapsed. Jet Reap coming from the defensive end. Hunter White was right there. And the Lumberjacks will drop him for, what's it, a 5-yard
loss?
It'll be 4th and 15. And the Cougars are going to send the punting unit back out on the field. Jakari Lee will move back deep for the Lumberjacks. As the punter is Ahmad Walker. 7:52 to play, first half. Warren leading 7-0. All right, a wobbly snap. Warren puts some pressure. It gets it off, and I don't think it was touched. It'll roll for the Cougars inside the 30 all the way down to the 27-yard line. Warren almost blocked it.
Yeah, Xander Hemphill almost got it, but we've got a little laundry on the field right here at the 43. Motion against the punting team. I think I'd have them punt it again.
I think Warren will. Because Warren almost got to that one. Somehow the punter, Walker, was able to weave it through some arms and people and bodies, but he got the punt off.
Not no higher than 3 feet, though. It was a line drive.
That mark off the 5-yard penalty, and the Cougars are going to have to punt it away again. It'll be 4th and 20 from their own 37-yard line. Jakari Lee stands up about his own 33, awaits the punt. This time Walker gets a good snap. Again, pressure that gets the punt off, a little bit better punt. Hits it to 35, bounds inside the 30. Lee's going to pick it up at the 25 at the last second. He's corralled there at the 28-yard line and brought down. Kind of a dangerous move by Jakari because that defense right on him.
It had to be a smooth pickup. Anything less than that was going to be trouble.
A 3-yard return on the punt, and the Lumberjacks will start 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line, leading 7-0 here with 7:16 to play in the first half. Warren on top. The offense will come back out on. We'll see if we get Lassiter back out there at quarterback. Yeah, he's back in at quarterback. Marshall's in at running back. Warren goes with a tight set. They don't spread the field. Bring the wide receivers in tight. Little shuttle pass with him out over the 35. He'll get it out to the 39. They finally blow it dead. Actually, at the 38-yard line.
What about a 10-yard pickup?
They'll move the chain. Jakari Lee saw a little seam there and cut through it. Picks up the first down for the Lumberjacks. This time Warren spreads it back out to send Payne and Johnson wide to the right. Lassiter throws into the boundary, into the sideline, complete to Marshall out of the backfield. He's across midfield and going to be bumped out. We'll see what the flag is going to be about. The flag is going to be at the 46. And let's see what they're going to talk about. Who it's against. Personal foul against Warren. So we'll go from the end of the run on the personal foul, which was the 46 where they picked up the flag. And they call a personal foul against Warren. I didn't see that anywhere.
I didn't see anything there. I don't know.
The official going to mark off the penalty against Warren. Crowd here at Warren doesn't like the call very much. Going to mark it all the way back to the 32-yard line. My goodness. So it wasn't from the end of the run.
No, it had nothing to do with the run.
It came back to the 49 and then marked off the penalty all the way back to the 32-yard line. So Warren looking at 1st down and 17. 4-man front defensively for the Cougars. They send the blitz. Lassiter unloads it quickly. Marshall can't hold on to it out at the 32-yard line. It'll fall incomplete. The Lumberjacks will be looking at 2nd down and long.
Just as we talked about, it just fell apart after the penalty.
All right. 2nd down and 17 for Warren. We're down to 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Warren leading 7-0. Tayshawn Johnson will come out of the ball game. Payne back in. Berg's in at wide receiver. Jakari's in. Jakari Lee. Reaps in as the tight end or H-back. Lassiter out of the gun. And Marshall the lone setback.
We're supposed to have a motion man there. We're going to have a timeout by the Lumberjacks.
Coach Embry didn't like the way things were coming. No, penalty against Warren. Or timeout. Penalty. So back them up 5 more. And, here we are in week 10. This is the 9th game of the year, and you keep getting motion penalties. I know Coach Embry's not happy with that.
Warren's 7th penalty of the ball game for 55 yards.
2nd down and 22. Johnson goes in motion, going to hand it off to him. The Cougars have it played perfectly, and they're going to drop him for a loss all the way back at the 21-yard line. Warren had nowhere to go with that. Coming up, that was Spencer on the tackle for the Cougars, also the quarterback. So the loss is all the way back to the 21.
About a 28.
We need to go all the way to the 49 for the first down. Yeah, 3rd and 28.
Well, you might as well throw it deep.
Warren with trip receivers here to the near side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. So wide left with the trips. Lassiter looking to his left. Under pressure, Lassiter's going to be sacked back at the 12-yard line. And there's the big guy we talked about in the pregame. Coach Embry did. That's Makia Armstrong. First time we've called his name tonight on a tackle, but boy, he was all over that one on the blitz coming up the middle. Down a country mile, Lumberjacks, and Xander Hemphill will stand at his own goal line to punt it away. After Warren took over at the 33, Didn't get much. Bobbles the snap. Hemphill is going to try to run it out of there. He's at the 10. Hemphill now the punt. He's not going to be able to get it off, and they're going to corral him and knock him out of bounds inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So bad snap on the punt. And the Lumberjacks have set the Cougars up 1st and goal to go at the 8-yard line following the bad snap. Wow. Warren leading 7-0. The Cougars with an excellent opportunity to try and get this game to an extra point.
Warren needs halftime really bad.
5:12 left to play here in the second quarter. The Cougars not sure they got enough folks out. I'm waiting for the play to be called. Walker was wide right out here, and he's been the favorite target of the night. Spencer out of the gun. Leaves it with, keeps it himself. He's at the 5, and he's going to make it to the 5-yard line and finally stood up there by the Lumberjacks. Never did really get him to the ground until after the whistle had blown, but that'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. Under 5 minutes left to play in the half. Cougars knocking on the door. Warren leading 7-0. All right, look at this, David. We put the big guy in the backfield. He's 6'4", 335 pounds, and he's going to line up
with a run.
An inverted wishbone. Bobbled the snap, Spencer did, and the whistles come in. Flags are going to fly, and they're going to call. Helena got a timeout call. We'll take it with them. 4:22 to play in the half, 7-0. Our score, Warren on top. Helena knocking on the door. We're back in just a moment.
441 North Martin in Warren is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson's. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
Back here at Lumberjack Stadium, Warren leading 7-0. Helena called the timeout. It's 2nd and goal from the 5 for Helena. They put the big guy, they'll hand it off to him. He had to change numbers, what it was. He was wearing 54. He's now wearing number 40.
Yeah.
He didn't hit the hole very getting down.
And I honestly thought he got a false start out of it, too.
Third down and goal from the 3.5-yard line. 7-0, Warren on top. Cougars trying to punch it in here. It's third down and goal from, I guess we'll make it the 3-yard line.
They're going to leave him.
Yeah, leave
Armstrong.
Back in. They go back into that inverted wishbone. They hand it off. That's Smith. He takes it to the left side. He's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Going to be a loss of 6 on the play. Coming through for the Lumberjacks, that was Maddox Lassiter and Xander Hemphill.
Loss of 3 on that play.
So it'll be 4th down and goal for the 6-yard line. And now
got an injury.
Yeah, one of the players for Helena shaking up on the play. Hey, our friends at American Shifty Corporation, you know, with all the wet weather we've had this summer, and I know those loggers have been out there in the woods, but you're right, you know, working them hard and tearing up transmissions and rear ends. American Shifty Corporation can get you back on the road or in the woods quicker than anybody else. They fix more truck transmissions, rear ends than anybody else in the country. They've been doing it for 50 years. American Shifty Corporation, the authorized power shift transmission rebuilder. They rebuild almost any kind, and they do warranty their work. A 1-year, no questions asked warranty. So next time you're broke down, get called Glad to get you back on the job or on the road quicker than anybody else. 4th and goal for the Cougars. Spencer wanting to throw on 4th down. Has time, looks in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Oh, man.
Jeff Redmond was wide open.
And had a world of time.
So the Cougars are an extra point away from tying this ball game. They traditionally go for 2, so we'll see what they do here. Looks like their offense is going to stay on. Spencer will line up the Cougars. Send one receiver wide to the right, make it twin receivers wide right. Twins go wide left. Smith is back in at running back. Spencer again wanting to throw, again with time. This time the pocket collapsed, and the 2-point conversion is no good as a Lumberjack sacking back at the 8-yard line. Warren will hold at 7-6. Lumberjacks on top, 3:02 to play in the half. We're back in a moment.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you and recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/INFO.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big. Give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402 for dependable auto body repair work. Give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
7-6, the Cougars take advantage of a Warren bad snap on the special teams on the punting unit. Take over at the 8. They punch it in after a loss on the first play back to the 12, David, on that. It was first, 2nd and goal from the 12. They go to the air on 4th down.
4 plays, 8 yards, 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
We got 3:02 remaining here in the first half. Warren on top, 7-6 now. They'll put this one on the ground, squib it down the field, picked up at the 30-yard line and returned. Back up over the 35, the 40, and brought down at the 42-yard line as that was Cedric Calvert on the return. So Warren needs to get some offense going this final 3 minutes of the half.
Yes, offensively we have struggled mightily.
Tayshawn Johnson, or make that Payne, will go wide to the right. You got Bird and Jakari Lee split wide left, short side of the field into the boundary. Put Jakari in motion, hand it off up the middle to Traylon Marshall. Marshall across the 45, midfield, hits the right sideline at the 40, cuts back at the 30, still on his feet at the 20.
Nope.
They say he stepped out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Wow. Traylon Marshall, that's his second big run of the night. This one will stand, though. There's no penalty off field, and Warren will have it 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
39-yard pickup by Marshall.
Goes hurry up. They quickly come back to the line of scrimmage. Calvert checks in at running back. Marshall will check out. Lassiter going to hand it off to Calvert. Calvert hit at the line. No gain. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to be a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11 now. It's tough on this Helena team right up front, and you got the big guy at nose guard.
He got 2 big ones.
He's 335 pounds. Another one, 300 pounds up on that. Lassiter out of the gun, looking left, fires into the flat, is complete out here. Jakari Lee makes a man miss at the 15, going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 13-yard line.
9-yard pickup.
Is that good for the first down? No, I don't think so.
No.
Going to be 3rd down and a long yard for the Lumberjacks. They need to get just inside the 12, ball resting on the 13-yard line. On 3rd down and a yard. Calvert checks back in at running back. Cougars show a 4-man front defensively, and their linebacker, he's coming from all different places. They'll blitz it again, hand it off. That's Calvert. He's got the first down, goes inside the 10. He'll get it down to the 8-yard line as Cedric Calvert running hard. Looked like he was going to break it open. Somebody held him.
Yeah.
And brought him down.
5-yard pickup, though.
It'll be first and goal to go from the 7-yard line now for the Lumberjacks. Warren leading 7-6. We go under 2 minutes left to play here in the half. In quarterback now. Lassiter lines up as an H-back. Going to hand it off. That's Calvert. He's at the 5. Make that Marshall. He'll walk into the end zone. Traylon Marsh turned the corner at the 10 and saw the goal line, and he made a shot for it and makes it. Warren will extend their lead back to 7. They can make it 8 with the extra point. DeLeon will come on to attempt the extra point. And Warren could make it an 8-point ball game here with 1:47 to go before half. Snap is down, kick on its way, and this one is good. 14-6. Warren leads it. We're back in a moment.
Your insurance agent was there to see you auto insurance, not their service. At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance service by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Insurance Company of Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Here's our 2 laws of economics. Think locally and act locally, too. Shop and invest close to home. As a community bank, we offer all the services the big guys do. But with us, your money stays home and goes to work for all of us. You care about your community. We know where you're coming from. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The kickoff by Warren, bobbled at the 12, then picked up, returned to the 15. They'll go out of bounds. A flag comes in late. The return man looked like he really wanted to return it. Jeff Redmond.
No, he did. He got it, was to the sideline.
The flag, the illegal block against West Helena, so they'll back them up from the end of the run. 1:39 left to be here before half. Warren leads at 14-6, but David Warren did what they needed to do. That's some points on the board after struggling here in the first half.
5 plays, 58 yards, 1:15, and they needed it.
So they'll spot the ball for the Cougars. Let's see who they're going to spot it at. Looks like at the 15. Well, inside the 10-yard line. It's going to go all the way back. My goodness, all the way back to the 7-yard line. That's where they'll have it. 1st and 10 from their own 7. 1:39 left to play. They do have one timeout remaining. Warren leading 14-6. Spence bobbles a snap, pulls it down, hands it off to Smith. Smith over the right side. Going to be stopped shy of the 10-yard line. They'll mark him at the 9. So it'll be a gain of 2 on the play, and clock will continue to run with 1:31. Nope, Warren calls a timeout.
Warren hoping to get the stop and another.
Have the lead over the Cougars. Final game of the regular season. A good crowd on hand. Glad you're with us tonight on the radio and on the East Labs live stream on YouTube. Glad to have you. Thank our sponsors. Remind you that tomorrow the YMCA radio auction starts at 9. Help us raise money for the YMCA. You can go buy the wine, pick up a list of all the items, the auction items. You can go on their Facebook page and get a list of the items as well. But we'll be taking bids from 9 until about 4 tomorrow. We'll try to wrap things up tomorrow afternoon and hope to raise some money. Down and 9 for West Helena. Ball spotted at their own 9-yard line. Spencer out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap, wanting to throw, looking left, has time, now forced out of the pocket. He breaks a tackle in the end zone. Embry couldn't bring him down there. He's finally corralled out at the 5-yard line as Maddox Lassner, Jet Reap. Yeah. You know, Well, Embry had him in the end zone, but couldn't hold on to him. That would have been a safety if he could have brought him down there. Warren uses their second timeout of the half with 1:22. It'll be third down. The loss is back to the 6. So third down and 12 for the Cougars when play resumes. Again, we got a timeout on the field. And David, wherever we're at next week, if Warren has the week off, we may have Friday night off, but depending on and the bracket be released Saturday morning somewhere around 8:30, so you can probably go online to the Arkansas Activity Association and find out what the brackets say, where Warren will play and who they'll play.
I was looking at them today. First place, second place, third place in the 8-4A all open at home.
The first playoff gate will be at
home.
Yeah. All right. Cougars will look at third down and 12. Ball spotted at their own 6-yard line. 1:22 to play. Warren with one timeout remaining. Spencer throws it. Back pass wants to be a double pass. Has a man wide open at the 40. It's going to be dropped at the 45. They tried the double pass from the end zone. Warren secondary bid on it, and there was nobody back deep, but the receiver couldn't hold on. Oh, my goodness. They dialed up the right play, David. Just couldn't complete. The incomplete pass helps Warren save a timeout.
Woo, doesn't it?
With 1:15 left to play here before half, and the Cougars going to have to punt from their own end zone. So
Warren got lucky then, didn't they?
Big time. The punt coming at Barnes. It's a short up back. Wobbly kick low. Going to hit a player at the 15. It's a line drive kick again by Walker. It hit a Cougar at about the 15-yard line, and that's where Warren's going to get it. First and 10 at the 15. So, Warren was expecting to get it somewhere back around the 35 or 40. Let's see where they're going to mark it. It hit him. He was standing on the 15-yard line.
He was sitting on, and then it ricocheted back. They're going to mark it where it was.
Where it hit the ground.
Where they blew it dead.
At the 12-yard line.
Warren catches a break there.
So first and 10 from the Cougar 12. Lumberjack offense back out on the field, leading 14-6. 1:08 left to play here before half. Birds back in at quarterback. Lassiter will line up as the H-back on the left side. Reaps the H-back on the right side. Put Reap in motion. Offensive line move, no flag. There's a handoff. Warren, Traylon Marshall goes into the end zone from 12 yards out. Lumberjack are up. Yeah, Warren got away with a motion there.
I kept waiting on the flag.
Yeah. Hunter White, the left tackle, he jumped early. No doubt about it, but no flag. And Warren has a 20-6 lead now with 1:01 left to play here before half. David, you look at it, Warren's put up 14 or 13 points here in the last 2 minutes. DeLeon to attempt the extra point. Snaps down. 20-6. Lumberjacks lead it. We're back in a moment.
We're on Highway 63 North in Warren. You'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right. Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed. You'll find it at Johnson. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
DeLeon will kick it off again. A high end over end kick. This one's going to be fielded back at the 8-yard line and return. Back up over the 15, the 20, 25, out to the 26-yard line. As on the return was Dejon Harrell. And we've got 54 seconds remaining. Both teams have a timeout left. Warren leading 20-6. Warren takes advantage of a short punt.
Real short field. Talking that one play, 12 yards, 7 seconds. Warren scored 2 touchdowns in 46 seconds.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Their own 27-yard line. Spencer stays in at quarterback. They'll stay spread. Twin receivers on either side. Smith the lone setback. Spencer wanting to throw. Looking, going deep. Overthrows. He almost intercepted by Jared Payne. He looked more like the receiver than the defender.
He's the one that broke open.
But he couldn't hold on off his fingertips. Clock will stop with 48 seconds remaining here in the half. Delfino Riviera checks into the ball game as coming out. Jared Villarreal will come out defensively up on that defensive line. Warren plays in a 4-3 defense. 2nd and 10. Spencer again wanting to throw. Straight drop. Warren rushes 4. Pressure comes late. He unloads it deep down the field. And once again, Warren can't come up with the interception. Getting a hand on it was Jalen Lee.
And the heat came that time on Spencer.
Somebody came through and hit him hard. I think it was 67, Riviera. He unloaded it just before the hit got there. Warren had a chance at another interception, but couldn't pull it in. 3rd down and 10 now for West Helena. That took a whole 6 seconds off the clock. 42 seconds remain here before half. Spencer, straight drop on 3rd and 10. Pressure coming from the backside. Flags come in. He throws complete out over the 40. It'll be out to the 41-yard line.
But it's going to be a hold. It's coming back.
Walker was the receiver who made the catch, and you're right. There's the indication. Holding against West Helena.
That was actually, I could have called it from here. It was that obvious.
Jet Reap was coming with the pressure. They held on to him, didn't they?
They did.
So back them up 10 from the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 20. 36-6. All right, Helena Weston out of the 4A. Long road trip for them tonight. Spencer, straight drop. Spencer looking now over the middle, fires. This one's almost intercepted. Xander Hemphill. I think he saw the goal line.
He saw the goal line, yeah.
He knew there was going to be empty field or wide open grass in front of him if he made the catch, but he couldn't hold on. So 3 passes, David. Warren's defenders had a hand on
all three of them.
Couldn't come up with the interception. The Cougars will send on the punting unit once again. Hemphill is going to go back deep with 31 seconds remaining here before half. Warren with a timeout remaining as well. Back deep is Ahmad Walker to punt it. He'll stand at his own 5. Jakari Lee back at the midfield. This is a little better punt. A high, wobbly kick is short. As Barnes called for the fair catch, lost a handle on it, and West Helena has recovered. Clay Barnes, I make that Caleb Barnes, called for the catch, the 5-yard line, bobbles it, and the Cougars get it back at the 34-yard line, their own 34. So we'll see them try to pass again.
Yep.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Second mishap on special teams on the punting unit for the Lumberjacks tonight. Punt return has one now, and the punting unit had one in the first
quarter. Yeah.
20-6. Lumberjacks lead it. Look, is going to go in at halftime. They're going to take a knee and just let time run out. Both teams will head to the locker room. We've got the first half in the books here at Lumberjack Stadium. Final game of the regular season. I said they're going to head in, and nobody's really leaving the field. Clock goes down finally to 4.
Yeah.
And I see some helmets coming off. All right, both teams head into the locker room. Lumberjacks lead it 20-6 here at the half. Warren on this Thursday night trying to wrap up the regular season with a win. And right now they've got the lead by 14. We'll be back with our halftime show for you when we return in just a moment.
Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4400. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Ever feel like you're in to sell you auto insurance, but not there to serve agents who are there when you need them most? Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Utah, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
You count on your smartphone to keep you connected. Now it can connect to your finances too. With our new mobile banking service, you can download the app that will keep you up with your money. Check balances, transfer funds. It's like a bank teller in your purse or pocket. Smart, huh? Mobile banking. It's just one more way that we found to make the financial side of your life a little easier. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. Experienced staff treat pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injury, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
We're at halftime here at Lumberjack Stadium. 20-6, the Lumberjacks lead the Cougars of West Helena. And checking some other scores from around the 8-4A. Monticello was leading DeWitt halftime, 8-0. Dumas and Hamburg were tied in the second quarter. Dumas and Hamburg tied at 7-7 there in the second quarter. And then Crossett leading Star City 21-14. Which you can listen on our sister station, the Crossett Star City ball game tonight on KXSA 103.1. We got the Monticello DeWitt game here. That's going on KHBM 93.7. Again, the Billies leading 8-0. Warren leading here at halftime 20-6 over West Helena. Lumberjacks need Hamburg to defeat Dumas tonight for them to pick up the number 1 seed. If Dumas wins, the Lumberjacks will fall to the number 3 seed going into the playoffs next week. We do know that. Just don't know who will play and exactly when we'll play. Other games going on around the state, maybe that you are interested in. Robinson and Haskell Harmony Grove. Robinson leading 28-7. Watson Chapel was trailing Little Rock Christian 28-14.